Hey friends, I'm Mitch. We got a haul from the Black Friday sale at Blick. By the way, that was an insane sale. They had 30% off, plus you get a coupon. So basically, or you get an e-coupon and all that. So basically, it was like 33 or so percent off. So I got a lot of velour. Let's take a look at that. So I got 15 sheets of velour. I already cut some up, but this is light gray velour. This should last me, hopefully, at least 6 months. And then I got a boatload of suede mat board, so quite a bit, and a bunch of different colors. I know I want this sand color to use for some lions and whatnot, and I got like a yellow for some cats, and I got some white, although it's going to be hard to work with. I think I can pull it off. And of course, the star of the show is some pastels. So I'm basically on a quest to find something that will make fine, detailed little hair lines for cats and tigers within velour. So I got a couple of oil pastels. It would be interesting to see if I could do a final layer with oil pastels and just use the corner and make little things. And I also got a gazillion Stabilo all marking pencils. You know I love those. As well as a ton of different colored pencils. So I want to try a lot of different colored pencils, and again, to see if I can get those fine lines. I would ideally like to get a colored pencil set that would include a bunch of different colors where I can do fine lines. So we got Faber-Castell, we got Posca, and we got a ton of other stuff. We got the Derwent Pro Color, and then got some, what is this? That's a Brunzil. Anyway, I got a ton of these for my continued quest. Now we got the pastels. We got the NuPastel. Obviously I need the NuPastel white stick for making, again, the fine lines. Cretacolor is excellent for making fine lines. You just break it in half and then go on the paper. It's a harder stick, so it's going to make some good fine lines. And I've already used up all of my NuPastel white, so I bought some refreshers of that. So I bought two new sets of pastels. These are Jack Richardson. I've never used Jack Richardson before. This was Color Wheel Browns, so this will be the first time I'm seeing it. So these are really tiny compared to the Unison pastels that I'm used to. But we do have sort of a you know, that dog hair look here. So these are really tiny. But these were on sale, again, 35% off, so it was great. So I want to see how that looks. So I'm looking for some dog colors. I like the purple. I like the browns. Let's see how they look. We'll make a color chart with these. It's got a couple of nice grays. I like the purplish grays because those are great on the nose and what have you. So yeah, I'm pretty impressed with that. We'll make a color chart and come back for that. So that's the Color Wheel Browns. And then we have the gray. So this is a bigger set. And again, it was on sale for an insane price. So I picked this up. And that is a lot of grays. That looks pretty cool. I like the green grays because they make a nice background. But again, these are microscopic. You compare this with something like Unison. These things are microscopic. So I could see one was cheaper, so whatever. But I do like the greens, and I like that we have some light butterscotch type colors here. And that's what sort of attracted me to this gray set. But yeah, the off-whites are going to be excellent. Off-whites are going to be excellent for sort of fading in on cats and stuff like that. So we'll produce a color chart and see what kind of good stuff that we can come up with this. But anyway, that's my haul. So I'm on my eternal quest to make velour fine lines, and hopefully some of these colored pencils are going to do me good in that respect. So yeah, even got a Prismacolor. So Prismacolor is okay, but the Prismacolor quality is sort of iffy on many of these. So we got Prismacolor Call Erase. So that's the erasable Prismacolor. And then, let's see, we got a couple more pencils. We got the Blick Studio, which didn't have a white. They were out of stock. And then we got the Derwent Pro Color. I already tried the other Derwent. color, and that didn't work out. Then we got the Brazil, and then finally, for the last one to try out, we got this Soft Peel Sharpie China marker. So we're going to try all of those out, and as of course we got all marking pencils. So I'd like to find an alternative to the all marking pencil. Hopefully one of these will help me out. It would be great to get a full color selection of all marking pencils, because those only have like 10 colors, and that's just about it. Anyway, thank you for joining me for the unhauling of the Black Friday sale, and we'll go start testing some of these, and we'll let you know the results. So here's a color chart from the two sets. So I think that the browns would make a good pet starter set, although I still like the Unison starter pet set a little better, but that's kind of a minimalist color selection. If you just want to get started with pets, I think that would be pretty good. You got your traditional butterscotch. You got a couple of lighter butterscotch. You got some like a darker butterscotch, but that's a bit saturated. If you're going with butterscotch initially, I guess that'd be okay. They're both a little too saturated for my tastes, but if you're just starting out, I think that'd be acceptable. They have like behind the ears would be like right here, some deep shadow. You have a nice purple for some of the nose shadow and things like that. On the grays set, I think it's just barely acceptable. I mean, I guess. I really kind of expected a bit more variety. I like the white. I think the white has some good chalkiness to it. These two blacks look exactly the same. These two grays look exactly the same. So, I mean, you have the nice gradation right here with the purple, and with the gray, I think you have a nice gradation from here. So if you start here and go down, and then go down, and then maybe mix that or one of these, I think you have a nice gray selection. But overall, I'd like to see a more defined gray selection. Just my opinion. So I tried out these. This is called an art stick, and it's totally unacceptable for making hairs on velour. And it smells, oh, it smells so bad. It smells so bad. You can't make hairs. Don't get the art stick. I think it's called NuPastel art stick. The oil pastel doesn't make hairs either. It looks really weird. It looks terrible. I realize it's in the plastic, but I tried it. It's just terrible. I would not recommend that to anyone for trying hairs. So the hair winners are obviously going to be the all marking pencil, which you've seen 1,000 times. So the all marking pencil, this is gray velour, makes great hairs on gray velour. So here's the all marking pencil. Sorry for the camera shake. I'm moving, so I had to mount it weird. Okay, so there you have some nice hairs, right? On the barely acceptable is the Uni-Posca pencil. And I mean barely acceptable. It'll put marks, but it's not as smooth and it's not as defined as the all marking pencil. And you got to press pretty freaking hard. So it still has marks. You got to press harder, and it's not as defined and bright. So that is the Uni-Posca. Now on suede matte board, this is pretty good. This is pretty good on suede matte board if you want a selection. Now the peel off China marker wins by a mile. So this, you can barely touch it, and it makes very defined, great hairs. So this would be good for larger hairs. Obviously, I'm not sure how you sharpen this. It's basically just a wax, just a wax pencil, really super soft wax pencil. So it'll make good markings, and it will compete with the all marking pencil, and it's not that expensive as well. So if you want a bigger hair and bigger lines, I think this would be a great solution. So for competing with our reigning champion, the Stabilo all marking pencil, I believe that the Sharpie peel off China marker wins. Unfortunately, the color selection is not huge. So if you want to make maybe some butterscotch hairs, or you want to make some browner hairs, and you want it to be super defined, then you don't have really a lot of selection. But you don't have to press very hard. and you get nice fine lines. So that is my conclusion from testing all of the pencil. If you press really hard, you get some pretty defined lines, and again, this will compete no problem with the all marking pencil. All marking pencil will sharpen to a finer edge, but if you just want some hairs and you want a lot of them, this peel off China marker is going to win. The biggest problem with the all marking pencil is you have to constantly sharpen it to get it to a razor sharp edge. But if you don't need that sharp edge, China marker is the way to go. Anyway, that's my unboxing. And again, here's the color chart in case you want to hit pause and take a look at it. That color chart is from Color Wheel Browns. Color Wheel Browns, which is here, and Grays, which is down here. So if you have any questions, let me know. And thank you for watching. Please hit like and subscribe.